Tour de Keego is a free, slow-paced bike ride for all ages and skill levels. Great way to get outdoors, enjoy this summer/spring sun and weather, and just meet some people in our community. And it's a great way to get outside and enjoy it with all skill levels and ages as well. Here to give us more on this event is the organizer for Tour de Keego, Katie Sexton. How you doing, Katie?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing pretty good myself. A little intrigued about what we have going on here. So can we just start off with the basic details of the event, the who, what, where, when, why, just to get over things?
Yeah, absolutely. So Tour de Keego is a community bike ride that has been planned it's been planned by Keego Harbor Parks and Recreation. And it's a way to get people outside, engaged with their neighbors, and learn how to ride safely in the road as a group. It's targeted for all community members, all ages, and all skill levels. It'll be about a 5-mile ride through residential streets in Keego Harbor and Sylvan Lake, and also on our Clinton River Trail and West Bloomfield Trail system.
Okay, 5 miles. Okay, 5 miles. You kind of got me there. All right, so let's just talk about it. We could do bike rides anywhere, any type of community, but can you just explain what makes Tour de Keego, this bike ride, different from other community bike rides?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a bike enthusiast myself, and I think it's really important to um, have an idea about bike safety and road riding and how to support each other on the ride. And so I really wanted to open up this free community bike ride to engage neighbors and to discuss, why it's important to wear a helmet, why it's important to communicate to each other when we're riding. If you're coming up to a stop sign, you're telling everybody we're stopping. If you're rolling through a trail crossing, you say rolling. You regroup together, and I really just think it's a very fun way to get the community outside, get some exercise. I think we all typically tend to ride bikes a lot when we're young, but it's something that you can do at every age. And I really hope it's a way to get all members of the community outside and, engaged in some exercise and fresh air and camaraderie.
There you go. There you go. I think you said it right there, especially knowing, like, I used to be a bike fiend when I was younger. You couldn't catch me without my bike. I'm riding my bike. I'm just throwing it in the yard. I'm going to play, get something to drink from my mom's. I'm back on that bike. I'm out in the streets again. And, we don't do that as much as we are older and things like that. But it's great exercise as well. And with that being said, if I get on the bike again, I'm going to be honest with you, more than likely, Katie, I'm going to be one of those speed demons. I'm going for first place even though it's not a race. But with that being said, this event is free. It's open to all ages and skill levels. So for people like me that like to go fast or maybe people who like to go slow, how are you ensuring that it's welcoming and safe for everyone involved?
So we are going to have a ride leader, so somebody that stays in the front of the ride. Nobody's supposed to ride in front of them.
Okay.
We're going to have a ride sweeper, meaning somebody that's in the back and making sure everybody is together. And, if we do get spread apart, we're going to have different spots along the route where we regroup. So we'll stop, let everybody catch up, because, we might have some speed demons in the front and some of our slower riders in the back. So we make sure we stop, regroup, make sure everybody's okay. We're going to have a mechanic on the ride to support any mechanical issues that come up. We're going to be stopping and having a water break at Water Pure Water, so we'll be able to stay hydrated. And then at the end of the ride, we're going to have some granola bars, clementines, other snacks to make sure everybody is fueled up, hydrated, and, having a good time.
I am a sucker for refreshments and snacks, so even though I know the bike ride is good, I would do it for the snacks. I'm going to be honest with you. But whatever motivates you to get out there and enjoy time with the community. And once again, with me right here, live on The Splash, talking a little bit more about the Tour de Keego bike tour that's coming up. We have the organizer, Katie Sexton, just talking about this very, very exciting event happening very soon, as a matter of fact. So can we just talk about the logistics of the route and why it was chosen, right? Rose Sorter Park is the starting and ending point. Can you just talk about why the route specifically was chosen?
Yes, so we have a program called Keego Connect, and it's a bunch of different events that we do within our city parks, and it's a program that aims to connect our local community to our local parks. And Rose Sorter Park is right behind City Hall. There's a nice gazebo with a picnic table. There's a pond. People know where it is. So it's a really good meeting location. And then from there, you can ride through Keego and Sylvan. You can hop on the trail, and we go up the trail, and then we end up crossing Cass Lake Road or crossing Orchard Lake Road and going down Cass Lake Road and looping back to the park. So it's a really nice, it's almost 5 miles. It's going to be a chill pace. It's going to be a mix of road and trail riding. And so it's just a really great way to connect people to our parks and our local trails. And, Keego is a small city, and so is Sylvan, and it's still walkable and rideable. So getting people engaged in that activity, instead of just driving their car everywhere, seeing that they
Right,
can,
right.
or letting them see that they have the ability to just, hop on their bike, especially in the summer and nice days, and go to a cafe or a restaurant or
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
No, that's a solid point. Save on that gas. Save on that gas. You sold me right then and there. Like, I would definitely be on my bike for that alone. Now, with this being, if I'm not mistaken, this is inaugural. This is the first event that you all are doing with this, correct? Tour de Keego?
This is our first community bike ride that we
Okay.
have planned. Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, if you had it your way, if this was to be an annual event, how would you see this, or how would you like to see this evolve in the future?
So I would love for this to be, an annual Tour de Keego. Perhaps it could evolve into creating a local bike club, and so people that can meet up regularly for rides, people that can help support each other, people that can learn about, riding safely, riding safely on the road, always wearing a helmet, paying attention to your surroundings, and also trail etiquette. When you're on the trail, there's other bikers, there's walkers, there's dogs. Learning about the etiquette of being respectful of other trail users and things
Right,
like that.
right, right.
It's just all part of the ride and all part of the community. And I really think that it could be something that builds a nice local bike community here in Keego.
Yeah, and we said it. I wanted you to put it out there into the universe. Anybody watching or listening who are bike advocates in the community and want to put this together, this will be a great time to come together and get with local bike enthusiasts as well. Just a few things to kind of go through before I let you go, Katie. Essentially, what do you want people to take away from this experience? Not the biking part, but really just focusing on Keego Harbor as a community. What do you want them to take away?
Well, Keego is a really, close knit community. We're small. We like to do our, have our local events and support our community. We have other events in our parks like block parties, yoga in the park, story time in the park. So we really are about using our natural areas and green space. And so I just want people to be able to realize that they have these really nice resources that are free and open to them at any time of the day. I want them to realize that 5 miles may seem like a lot, but we'll get out there. It'll take maybe an hour or so with stops. And then you've got some fresh air, some exercise. You've been able to ride around your town and see the sights. So I really hope people take away that, they spend more time on their bike. I think that would be great for everybody.
Mm-hmm. And it's a good time, too. We're expecting some really good weather. So I just want it to be a nice time where we all get out as well. Hey, and before we go, just one last opportunity to sell this event, the what, where, when, and why people should join again.
Okay. Yeah. So Tour de Keego is on Sunday, June 22nd. It starts at noon. We're going to meet in Rose Sorter Park. We'll have a brief safety talk, make sure everybody is geared up and has their helmets and everything they need for the ride. We'll do the ride. It's going to be about 5 miles. We'll end the ride and have some refreshments. And the reason you should come out is it's going to be a great time. It's going to be good exercise and a really great way to meet your neighbors and ride safely as a group.
There it is. There it is. Well said. And thank you again for organizing this event, putting this type of thing together, and also good luck. We're hoping we'll see a lot of people out there. Once again, with me right here live on the Splash, the organizer of Tour de Keego, I should say, Katie Sexton. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you.